Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Brooksville, Florida for round 2 front 9 action of the MPO lead card here at the 2025 Discraft Supreme Flight Open. Jeremy Koling, Paul Ulibarri, BigBarri commentary. Thanks for coming back. Let's watch some good disc golf today.
Absolutely. A couple guys come off with a heater first round.
Oh, no kidding.
Surprise. A little 11 and a 10 down, and then we got some newcomers to the card, which is going to be fantastic to watch. Before that, we got a new season, big discounts.
Oh,
Score up to 50% off at
Paul, do my eyes...
JomezPro.com.
50% off?
50% off.
Select items. There's 20% off on some mystery boxes and stuff. So check that out. Anthony Barela, folks, coming off an incredible season, the year where he wins his first Pro Tour event, wins 4 of them in total. This is the one he got off the schneid, and he has started off with an 11 under after a bogey start, 12 under in the last 17 holes. Yeah. Incredible stuff. That's how you want to defend your title. And here we are. Hole 1, 357. Paul, I talked about it yesterday. What's your thought process?
Thought process is actually tricky on this hole. Low-hanging branch is very intimidating, so you got to keep it low if you're throwing the backhand. You want to keep it wide left as well, and you want to kind of pull an Anheuser underneath the limb, and then just hope you beat that right tree. We saw Ezra throw a pretty good shot yesterday, but get attacked by that Guardian up there. If you're one of the big sidearms, pretty basic hole.
Yep.
Throw it through that big fairway, something stable, skip it up to the left.
A surprising miss off the tee for Anthony yesterday. Let's see if he makes the adjustment today. He does. Does it get flat enough? It's going to come up short, I believe. He's got so much power that even when he does skip it early with the hyzer, he can still get most of the distance.
Ezra hanging in that 84, 83, 83% over there. It's a decent place to hang out.
It just really shows that he had more room to improve.
Yeah. Ezra going with a nice understable putter here. It's actually
definitely not a putter.
It's a fairway. I messed up on a bunch of shots, I guess, yesterday. My apologies.
But it's the same color as this putter, so I don't blame you for trying.
Yeah, I'm just not even going to try today.
We got Adam Hammis on the card, shooting 7 under yesterday. He obviously well known for his big forehand.
If it gets stable, it's money. But
that is pushing too much width.
But that was the right shape. You just pulled it. That was the right height, shape.
Dickerson.
And we saw Chris yesterday on this hole throw almost a beeline straight at the pin as we checked in with him early in the round. Let's see if he tries to do what you're saying, a little bit wider with something a little bit maybe more understable.
Still going with that beeline. He does get it a little wider. He's not going to have any troubles with that tree over there, and
that is awesome.
That's as good as they make them right there.
Yeah, the backhand doesn't get too much better than that, and that was safe. He was never in any danger whatsoever. Love that tee shot.
Yeah, I think you're trying to play it straight rather than pull like a left to right shot. The mistake has to be left to right, though.
That's a little shorter than I think Adam would like, especially left for the par.
Green light, go.
All times. You can see it. He's going to run it.
Gets away with it.
Kinda.
I mean,
it's better than bouncing left.
Well, I mean, that's a steep slope. He's in a circle.
True.
You say deal.
If that had fluttered any more, it would have turned upside down. But Chris is in the basket. Consecutive birdies on hole 1.
Something to watch because yesterday it was only 67% in the circle.
Chris's stats were 67 in C1. Wow.
So he didn't have a great putting day. Still came out with a 7 under.
And there is Anthony making the correction today. 2 strokes off right off the bat on the scorecard. This putt doesn't really have any signs of nerves right now. And you love that for Anthony. When he's putting smooth and free, that C1 distance becomes deep C2 distance, and the statistics don't really go down much. I mean, he just really delivers 15 in.
Little breezy. You can see these Spanish moss moving right above here. So a little more difficult than I thought, but makes good from about 25.
Birdies for Chris and AB, and we are on to hole 2. But first, we're going to check in here with Mr. Paul McBeth. A little bit left off his tee shot, sends up the high forehand, so much power. And he makes it all the way to the top part. I believe that's probably, just around circle's edge.
Low ceiling.
This is a scary putt if you miss it left.
You see how he took that as high as he could right there. And he hit it a little bit high, but that shows you.
That's a solid putt.
That it was a little, oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
Wow. That's not one you're going to put on your highlight reel, even though it counts.
But Chris does that though. He's, he does putt with a good bit of flutter, more than most. But that one that's one of the flutteriest. I don't know what you would call that.
Well, yeah, very fluttery.
Fluttery butterflies I've ever seen. I don't know. Anyways, hole 2, par 4, 730 feet. You want to go as straight and long as you can with just a little bit of fade off to the left to put yourself in a good position to attack this uphill second shot. Not even Anthony Barela is going to get far enough off the tee to be able to see the gap on the second shot. So it's going to be a blind uphill shot regardless of where you land.
But I don't think he's going to try.
No, there's no point. I mean, I guess he technically could. Oh boy, what a break.
Hit another one. Yep. Wow, double.
Well, that does take him out of birdie range, I would guess.
He's far. He's like
I don't think even he
4,
can.
Yeah, he's 450.
Barring some sort of throw in or long putt, I think Anthony will be playing for par now, whereas Chris is in the ideal landing zone. That's a perfect drive.
Watch this come out on a little bit of hyzer. Late flip. That's going to be high on that left side.
Even if this is a little errant on that left side, there's few players I enjoy more watching them attack a gap. Yeah. Like he is just...
It's good, but that's not a good spot.
No, you'd like to be straighter.
Throw a sidearm, that's not a good spot. Not what you're looking for. But the good thing about this hole is it is pretty easy to play for par.
Yeah, and actually kind of fights through. A pretty decent break for Adam here. He's going to be able to just play a hyzer and get to a spot where he'll probably be able to see the pin.
Yep.
I would imagine the zone coming up next.
Maybe going sidearm.
Probably going to try to get some right to left flex.
Yes, he is. Slow down, I guess.
That's absolutely absurd. That is absolutely absurd to be able to...
They make them like that now?
It's a new model. Just came out last year.
Oh. Sit. There's OB back there.
Oh, wow. What a bank shot from Ezra.
Didn't even realize about the OB over
If you listen real carefully, you can hear him call bank right as it's heading towards the OB line. Definitely. This is a little stalled.
Pretty good. Oh, now
yeah. Just didn't quite have enough right on it. It was a little bit too nose up to get that shape the way he wanted it to.
This isn't very good. Needs to, yeah, I like that height. Yeah.
Just needs to sit at the top. Okay. Very often they'll hit almost at the top of that hillside and get about 30 to 50 feet of rollback.
For an all-timer.
Yeah, seriously.
Why not?
Are you... Oh, jeez Louise, guys. Making us look so dumb with our words. You're not in birdie position with that tee shot.
He's the only one, I think. Maybe like 5 people.
Prime Eagles forehand.
Yes,
maybe he had the distance.
Yeah.
But that is just something special right there. That is... Wow.
That was smoked. What was that, 500? Probably downhill.
Closer to 500 than 400. And, yeah, between 450 and 5, I would guess.
Wild. Chris.
And that's the tree. Yeah, the tree that's right in the way. If I can see it, I'm going to run it.
Crazy.
And this is his putt that they call the Ezra Robin spin. It's a little step putt slinger.
I like that kind of.
Yeah.
I almost hated it, but now I like it. Works.
I mean, he deserves a nickname for his long distance putting.
Not sure if that one's going to stick. But with enough wobble, it is. Oh, my goodness.
He's tossing dead weight at these things. That's crazy. I remember reading about Ken Climo's page when I first got into disc golf in 2006, and he said he liked to throw a putt like he was tossing a brick, which is as little spin as possible. And I feel like Chris has really adopted that into his own putting form. And I mean, definitely not knocking his putting. It's just it's unorthodox. Most players like to have that nice spinny flat putt, but that's not what Chris goes with.
No. And Kenny's generation, they had one chain coming down.
That is 100%
I think
correct.
that makes a little more sense. If you're listening to this at home, don't act like you're putting a brick.
And we'd like to give a nice congratulations to Michael Goad for winning the practice round giveaway this week. It was a Z-Force thrown by the great Paul Macbeth and signed by all three of us. So congratulations to you, sir.
Yeah, you got a goat on there and you got a goatee on there. Who gets it?
Goat and the goat. Barela on hole 3. This is a little inside and does not get a good break. I'm not going to say anything because he's going to find a way to do something, but most players from there are taking a par.
It's a bad shot and in a bad spot. He's got a major scramble ahead of him.
Meanwhile, Chris, this is pretty dialed up. He'd like another, 10, 15 feet?
Yeah, anything on the right side you'd like, but from there, he's got the sidearm game to get around the corner, or even a flip-up putter if he wants to take on that right tree. This is what you're looking for,
Yeah, this is really nice. Yep. Good height for Ezra. Gave it plenty of chance for the disc to fade back to the left side on the road. You're going to like that.
Adam's been a little left on his release so far, and this one is choice.
Yeah, that's fine, especially with the way he likes to throw the forehand approaches. I think he's gonna like that one.
So he's got the power. Does he have the angle touch control? Yes. Yes.
And that is really special.
Wow.
That is a really special shot. You have to really make sure that you don't go too wide with that approach. There's a tree at the top of the hill that you can see in the middle of the screen up at the fairway that a lot of shots will hit and then immediately kick right OB. And boom. That's the tree. That's the kick.
Yeah, I think you might have been a little too far right for the sidearm. Like, I don't know if he had a swing because you typically would see him throw that shot from there.
Yep. Whereas Chris has got a great angle for the forehand, can shape himself away from that tree and slides up to the pin. I believe he should be inside 25 feet. Meanwhile, Ezra's almost at the top of the hill. This is a really good tee shot.
Just can't draw it up any better than that.
No.
Oh, a little mwah. Tisses. What do you call that on the right?
Barbara's Wire. It's the rival company. They had a divorce, and she got half the company.
Mm-hmm. All right, for another all-time birdie.
Truly crazy. Honestly, this what he's done on 2 and 3 is outrageous. This guy is so locked in.
Yeah, mistakes aren't affecting him, and he's had a couple bad mistakes.
Yeah, the tee shot on 2 is just no one birdies from there. Most players would even probably lay down a roller just to get the distance alone. But he was still in attack mode somehow. Incredible stuff. That approach shot on this hole, that angle is so tight. I mean, the camera was a few degrees off to the right side, making his shot look more accessible. But I promise you, from where he was standing, he had no angle. He had to force something with that Anheuser. It was really well done.
Little check-in with Paul Macbeth. Gets the height right. If he misses these ones,
Yeah, that's all the way there.
All day, yeah.
That's all the way there. Macbeth off to a hot start. This is going to put him 4 down through the first 5. Oh, he's onto the basket. Wow.
I don't know if we're going to get a closer one than that. I want to say that's a mid-range, but I'm going to get crushed.
I would just maybe hold off on
It's a mid-range, guys.
Hold off on it for now.
That went far.
We'll think about it.
All right.
Success is not linear. It takes time and it takes belief. A belief that there is no ceiling and that the bar can always rise higher. A belief that if you set your sights to the horizon, the future will meet you there. That no matter who you are or what you've done, there's always something to prove. Disc golf was built on the backs of people who dream. And out here, what started as a dream is now a decade-long catalyst that turns dreams to moments. In our 10th season, we invite you to join us as we celebrate this beautiful game and all the moments that make it great. Catch all the action, all season long, live on the Disc Golf Network.
Ooh. Enough of those easy holes. We're on to hole 4 now, Paul. This is one of the toughest ones. They don't make them much more difficult than this. 664 feet. You want to be right side of this tree right here, somewhere in that flat. It's possible to get there, but very rarely done. From there, you actually have an accessible throw up the hill. It's going to take at least 400 something feet of power. I'm going to have to avoid these trees going up the hill, but most everyone else throws a decent shot and then just scrambles their way to a par or bogey.
This guy goes over the top. I'm not a fan. Even though he blasts, I just don't like going left here. And he's going left.
Well, what I do like about it is watching it because it's really cool.
Yeah.
That part's fun.
That is cool.
And he almost, and you can't ever guarantee yourself just a par on this hole, but he almost does by getting so much distance off the tee.
You're right. This is also really good. You know what I do think that is a good spot on this hole is left, because that left up the hill is actually more accessible than people think.
And it's opened up from last year as well.
Exactly.
But it's not the best, but it is better than it was.
I like it better than the other spot.
Yeah.
Just because you don't play with the OB right.
Okay, fair. Well, Ezra is going to be going down the low tunnel. I think Chris might be forced to go up the high hill.
Yep. This one's heavy on the hyzer.
Oh,
boy.
And now Adam probably also will have to go up that left side. Or, well,
this is way back.
Yeah, this is a tough spot to be. You really, yeah, okay. So he is going to try to flex it. That's amazing.
Wow.
What a shape. Are you serious?
Yeah, I like that left side. I like it up there.
Unreal throw. Adam Hammis right there, away from the gap, having to shape it around and then up the hill, holding the turn, still getting the distance. Very impressive.
Oh, no.
And Ezra slips. Now, watch out. It might start rolling to the right side.
It doesn't.
Okay, that's a fortunate break, because anything that hits that hillside, even though that's a barbed wire fence on that right side, they don't slow everything down. A lot of times they'll roll into the street.
Chris also going turnover. This is flipped too much. Hopefully he can just get down the hill, though. Yeah.
That's good enough.
Fine.
Yep.
See, that's why I like it. Like, we see Adam
I'm with you, man. I'm sold.
You can for sure have the power to get there with a backhand if you're in the right spot.
And this is just kind of the game plan for Anthony. Just get as far up as you can and then just get into scramble mode. That's fine. Yeah, there it is. He's getting up and down from there. 101 times out of 100.
tough spot here. Looks like a pretty basic shot, but...
Oh, yeah. Definitely not that.
It's not, yeah.
About 30 feet short still. Maybe a little closer.
Easy par. Yeah, I guess that's what he's doing. Throw it so far that you just pitch around.
Totally. I mean, you're gaining half a stroke on the field nearly every time. There's just so few birdies on this hole that... What's your play to give you the most confident, easy par that you can think of?
Right. Big putt here.
In left side. That's a bad miss for Ezra. He's a little bit closer than 30 feet.
Another all-time birdie.
That is really incredible. All right.
How far was that one?
His putt?
Sidearm.
Oh, the sidearm?
Power. You're
I would say
guy.
from where he was, the power that it took to get up the hill and hold the turn, I mean, he had to throw, I would say about 400 feet. I think you're pushing that 400 feet, but to get 400 feet while also going up the hill is the hard part. He's from low ground. And I'll tell you what, the ground play at this particular part of the course has a lot of these really slick leaves, and it's really not always great for getting a good run up.
Let's check in with Jake Mon.
Played really solid first round.
Yeah, going over the gully. Had a great tournament last year. I think it's Des Moines Challenge. Took a little 5th place. Put his name in the hat. And this is what he's been doing great. Circle 2. Look at this stroke.
Ooh,
I mean,
like
how
that putting stroke.
smooth is that?
Yes, sir. It runs in the family.
Careful with those soft hands. You know what I'm saying?
No, don't know what you're saying. I want to know.
You've never heard of like soft hands? Touch?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Touch?
All right,
Yeah,
all right.
I don't know. You set it in there nice. Soft hands.
Good stuff, man.
It's all right.
We
I play
had-
a lot of sports.
We had 5 birdies on hole 4. All right. Casey White, James Conrad, Austin Turner, the lefty, and Eli Swanson with nice birdies on hole 4. Over to 5, we've seen Macbeth birdie it. We've now seen Jake Mon do it. Jake Mon with a more traditional spot where the tee shots land short left. It's a very common collection zone as you have to get up this last slope to get all the way up to that pin height. Not easy to do. I like this. If it misses, oh my gosh.
Oh.
That is closer to Macbeth's maybe. That
was incredible.
So watch how this thing flips up and goes straight. And you see the baskets off to that left side. It's blind left. But if you try to throw a hyzer there, you're going to come up short left like Jake.
Yeah.
The way to get there is to throw the dead straight shot that just naturally bends a little bit at the end of its flight.
And it's a 430 shot. It's not a 400-foot shot.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Pulls it. Needs to get on the hill. If he gets
Needs
on
to
the
not
hill,
go over the hill because it can actually get tricky in that sawgrass. Yes.
Okay.
Found that one out in the 2024 season.
That's a tough spot now that you say it over there on the right.
If he'd kept flying, he'd almost be drawing dead for the par.
Get in front.
Okay.
Oh, cutting a little down. Now it's absolutely
that's great.
Shot. So if you want to play on the Pro Tour, just remember you're gonna have to play against a guy named Adam Hammis who throws 450 bomb sidearms up the hill and then turns around with a 430 hyzer on the next hole backhand.
A technical hyzer though, the flip up flat kind.
Just part of the skill base required. Very good.
3 solid drives, and Anthony Barela is going to be figuring out a way to scramble. And it looks like he might be able to putt through.
These things are funny, though. You hit one of them.
Mm-hmm. And
oh my gosh,
there it is.
There you go. Yeah.
I mean, he didn't hit the sawgrass. Yeah, he hit a branch.
He didn't hit the sawgrass.
Anthony has carded now his second bogey of the 2025 season.
Big putt here. Can't capitalize on that.
And you can see the slip there. And I'm not surprised. I'm telling you, the pine straw mixed with these little tiny leaves. I don't know what kind of tree they're coming off of, but they're very slick combination on this hard pan ground.
Beautiful putt. Right in the dead center.
Beautiful green with the palms behind. Beautiful collection of green down here at Brooksville, Florida. It really is a special place. Someone was telling, I've heard different facts about the height here, but someone told me that it's the 3rd highest point in Florida. Okay. I've heard higher than that before.
Yeah.
But either way, I mean, you're talking about
highest point in the count.
That we can all agree on. Okay. Yeah, you don't really get elevation in Florida, but here it is abundant.
Yeah. Hole 6, par 4, 790 in distance. Doesn't play that long. Really want to just hit the gap. I would say fairway driver, so you don't go too far. That's the mistake I see a lot of people make. They go too far into the sawgrass, chop one into the middle, and then sidearm into this green. Really cool well-shaped hole from left to right. And beautiful green.
Fantastic hole.
You get rewarded for 2 really good shots here.
And you get punished for a bad tee shot.
Absolutely. You got to watch out for those branches. Everybody goes above them or below them, and I've now seen 3 people hit them, which is brutal.
That's going to be a tough forehand from Adam. I think he's going to have to go with the backhand turnover if he's trying to still attack the birdie, which I imagine he is. Oh. That was wide.
And I think this is going over there as well, yeah. So
Chris looks like it might be stymied on the run-up.
Yeah, you want to be more inside, and I think even a mid-range for these guys would be a better play with their power. This needs to go. Yep.
And for the forehand players, like, Chris has got a good forehand, and obviously Adam has a good forehand. I think the inside hyzer line is better off the tee. Like, this looks perfect.
That's what it is.
That's as good as you can do it, really.
Ooh. Wants to turn it over and get it down the hill.
Without overturning with the roll that would go back to the sawgrass. That's the hard part.
Got to get around the corner. Does. Okay, fine. Deal.
Yep.
I was worried about that first little click that he hit.
I think that's Adam's right past Chris, and I don't think he's going to have much of a run-up either. Oh, boy. This can get real dicey. Oh, I think that's a fortunate break for him to get on the backside.
I don't know what. No, I think he's in there.
Yeah, okay. We'll see. He's not going to like it, that's for sure.
Looked right.
Yeah, that's way too much turn.
Lap right.
Doesn't matter whether it's in the short grass or the sticky stuff. Now, with a drive like this, it really opens up AB's preferred approach, which is going to be the Luna. Looks like he slips a little bit there.
It's going to cost him.
Yep.
I like the sidearm from there.
Yeah. It's hard to argue with his result yesterday because he threw it like under the pin. Oh, I think you're 100% right. Yeah, he is in the thick of it. Having to go thumber. That early sawgrass is going to cost him a good bit of distance. Chris is going to be in danger of taking his first bogey of the round.
Green light go from here with that backstop.
Oh, this is the Robin spin right here. That's the classic Robin spin. It looks like it's a throw, but it ends up being this little jump putt spinny thing. I love
that.
Yeah.
We need to keep that going, the Robin
and
spin.
His brother kind of does it too. It works for both of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that'll work. I'm surprised actually Adam got that much distance.
Looks like an awkward little pop putt here. Not far in distance, but
there's just no line over there.
Be a great save here. Made one yesterday on this hole from deep. How about we make another?
Wow, that is digging deep. Great par save for Dickerson. And you see from that distance, he gets rid of that flutter, a lot more spin, a lot more oomph behind it. And
let's watch it again.
Yeah, that's a lot more speed, direct line.
On the stripe.
For him to be able to adjust his putting style mid-round like that is really impressive as well.
Good par. Couple tricky lies there. Bunch of pars. Surprising. What is this coming in at?
So many holes. The holes that aren't extremely difficult that do get birdied are all going to average at like 0.06 under par. Like they're all right there near par, just a little bit below. Kyle Klein, always a fun shot here on hole 8. The long turnover. Oh, that's getting stability behind it. That's beautiful.
Oh, man.
That was close. What a shot.
I thought that was going in.
What an ace that would be. Oh, my goodness. Total dream ace.
Yeah. Dream birdie, really, for me.
And we're going to keep things going here with Simon Lizotte on the same hole. I can say for certainty this is a trail because I think it's the same disc that everyone on Team MVP is throwing on this hole. And that's going to come up a bit shorter.
Thank you.
Looking for it to land flat and get uphill skip.
Back-to-back shots here.
Jake Mon, the inside route, that can get clean. And if it does, you get a look.
I told you.
Man, this is going to be so pretty. Look at that extension. The reach, the long hold follow through. Beautiful.
Soft hands that guy has.
Softest hands in the East Coast, I think. Oh, my goodness. Well, I don't know. Simon, he lives on the East Coast. Pretty soft hands, too. If I understand correctly. I'm not even sure I fully get it, so I'm just going to go ahead.
Why are you saying stuff?
I don't know. I just figured that we were saying stuff. I mean, it's like our job. All pars for our group. Short par 3 coming up.
Hey everyone, Gannon Burr here, and I want to invite you to compete in the Power Disc Golf Academy Championship Series. This is the only professional and amateur nationwide disc golf series, and everyone is welcome to compete. Qualifier events will be held in cities across North America. If you place high enough at a qualifier event, you'll earn the invitation to compete in our championship event at Eagles Crossing Disc Golf Course. Scan this QR code for dates and locations of the qualifying events. We hope to see you there.
On to hole 7. I said short par 3. It just feels like a short par 3 with a lot of these holes in the course. 350 feet, and it plays a little downhill, so probably only need an accurately thrown 320, I think, to get where you'd like to be. You just have to throw a disc that is relatively landing flat as it comes onto this incredibly steep left to right sloping green. The main thing is there's a tree on the right side of the fairway that you're trying to miss.
Yeah, you want to miss with a slight bit of hyzer, if anything, in front of that tree.
That's looking so good. Just missed that palm.
See, the hyzer's what the money move is.
Yeah.
Because then you get up there, and if you don't hit that tree, it kind of filters down.
That's a beautiful throw.
It's the guys who get it to flat I worry about. See, that one never gets to flat, so he's going to travel up, probably get a nice little, and then get wrecked. And then get absolutely pummeled.
No, this is in big danger of going out of bounds. I think he probably stayed safe, but. And see, that's why I argue landing flat is the best play. Like, this is kind of that medium, which is perfect. Not an aggressive hyzer line, not overly flat. It's just, that's a putt that Ezra will give himself and feel confident every time. And is this the Sagara?
Yes. Oh, no. Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a pretty
That was
one too.
dangerous.
That is very
That
dangerous.
rock is hard. Disc soft, rock hard.
Soft hands.
Disc roll, brick hands. Disc roll far, out of bounds. Out of bounds bad.
Good approach shot from Chris. And Adam with a scary putt. A miss here is nearly an instant bogey. And you're going to see why. I mean, that's just, it's hard to take that thought process out of going into that putt in the first place. It seems like everything gets through those initial trees and nothing slows it down from going outside of makeable comeback range.
This is awkward.
I still like it.
Yes, I don't want it though.
No, I don't want it, but I want it for him.
Yeah, I'd have him putt it for me every time. Took some off too. Nice little floaty bid there. That was good.
He's one of those guys, man. When his day comes and he finally takes on his first DGPT, oh no, that is an unforced bird double. They call those. Birdie putt from 30 feet to the double bogey. Tough break there for Hamas.
Giving 3 to the leader, never what you want.
No. Leader and the guy who's in second place. I mean,
yeah,
you're losing a lot right there to a lot of players.
A lot of pars and birdies, and even a bogey gets one on you. Par from Chris, who was safe down there.
Yeah, I mean, a guy who almost went out of bounds down the hill takes 2 on you. That's another tough one.
Yeah.
But that's why that putt's always so scary. I mean, we saw it last year with Ricky on this hole. He took a double bogey. I think the day before he took a bogey. This hole can be scary. Kyle Klein making some moves right now. 5 down on the front 9. Harper Thompson 6 down for the round. Up and coming player. Maybe you saw him a few times last year on tour, but he's playing some great disc golf these days.
Really good player.
Very fun hole here, a hole 8. 487. I think it plays a little less than that. Would you say?
Yeah. Yeah.
A bit. Not too much, but
does.
Probably about 450 well thrown is going to get you a pretty good look.
Yep.
But it's a late turn, and the problem is if you don't get it to turn, you can find yourself fading OB like we saw yesterday from Macbeth. I don't see too many people go with the super high shot. This is Ezra's trying to throw it to hole 10.
Deal.
And newsflash, buddy, we're still on hole 8. That was crazy. What a shot. But to finish my thought about Ezra, when he finally wins and he figures out how to do it and maintain the nerves, which could be tomorrow, by the way, he's still in it and he's very much in the competition still. Watch out for him. 1045 rated right now.
Wow.
What a shot from Barela.
I mean, this is just the perfect shot for the hole.
Yeah, it doesn't really come close to hitting anything at any time.
Ever.
And up to bullseye. Wow.
He's had a lot of bullseyes this tournament, and he's made a lot of circle 2s.
It's a good combination.
Recipe.
Very good combination. I didn't like it initially, and now I love it. Wow.
So these guys, pretty good.
What on earth is going on? 3 inside the circle, 1 in the bullseye. A lot of pressure here on Adam.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, you're not going to find a better grouping of drives on hole 8 anywhere on the course. You could spend a whole day watching people throw on this hole. You're not going to see anything like this. What? That's how close it was?
Whatever.
Well, what was the crazy one we saw Starframe on yesterday? Oh, 10.
10, yeah. These guys are...
Which one's more impressive in your eyes?
10.
Than this?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, they're both just nuts.
See this vine here on the right side of the screen?
Yeah.
That's what 10 is like.
Just the whole fairway?
Throwing through there.
Yeah, 10 is...
Ridiculous.
10 is ridiculous. Well, let's go to stats. I mean, negative
This is probably
0.24 below par, and hole 10 is 0.01 over par. So like, that ends the argument, I guess. And 33% birdie on 8 versus 28% birdie on 10. Argument stays ended.
Okay.
Now, star frame here would end the debate again in the favor of hole 9.
Yes.
And this group could do it.
Yeah, because it's 460 on a rope, playing 500, I would say, of power. And you're just doing everything you can to hit the absolute perfect line. You have an outside line that some of these guys will be able to throw, but that takes a lot of power. There's also the inside flex shot, which is highly technical and might be what this guy's throwing.
This is the shot I wanted to see Ezra throw. Like,
go in.
This is just his type of hole. That's why he's one of my favorite players to watch play right now in the woods specifically. He just attacks lines with no fear.
This is has to be outside line with his power.
Yeah, it's the only thing that can slow him down. Oh, now this actually could be fine as long as it stays up top. It's a pretty easy par from there. It's just a jump putt, which it's not what Anthony's looking for, but it's easier than going to the bottom of the hill and pitching up with a blind approach.
Never had the height.
Yeah.
Had the power, though, for sure.
Good line. Really good line.
Oh, click something.
And that also stays up top. Outside chance for Hamas based on footing.
Is clicking something something, or is that nothing?
I think it can certainly be something.
Okay. Good run.
Ticking is probably more appropriate.
Or clipping.
But,
Yeah, or
clipping. Yeah. But I like click. I mean,
a lot of pars here. Probably not a lot of bogeys, I'm guessing.
No, yeah, it's heavily in favor of the par. Like 75% of the field walking away with a 3 on this one.
Oh, thummies.
Interesting play here. Wow. That's somebody who has fun playing disc golf.
To get one on the card. Deal.
Yeah, just Purina. Puppy chow. 9 birdies. Nicholas Gill, Gare Gerthy again, Wyatt Mahoney, Ricky Wysocki, Ben Wolf, Ezra Aderhold, Raven Newsom, and Micah Groth, who threw it in from 150 feet. It's worth calling out because it's an impressive birdie to get.
Very.
Garrett's 2 down on it in 2 days. That's like the most 2017 stat line I've ever heard.
He just has always gotten those.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it was like 2017. If there was one birdie that no one else got, it was always him.
Robert had a fast start to the tournament.
He has, seriously.
Sitting at 1 over par now for this round.
Oh!
Go in.
No way.
Almost gets
off the half pipe. Just the ramp up to it. Could you imagine that one?
Oh, wow. Almost gets to 1 under. Just
truly
like
an all-timer. If that goes in, one of the coolest aces of all time. Wow. Anthony Barela, 4 down the front 9. That's getting work done. When you start off with 11 under first round, we saw him shoot 8 under on the back 9 yesterday. Unbelievable. So he is still in position for a scorcher. Ezra is right there on his coattails. We've got
Paul Macbeth 6 through 11.
We got Paul Macbeth. We got a charge in Macbeth, which is a good sign for the tournament, for the disc golf, for the Paul Macbeth Foundation, for everyone.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Don't forget, guys, we are on that hunt for 500K subscribers. We need you to just take 1.3 seconds and hit that subscribe button. Just do it, because if you don't, then you're going to make Paul really upset, and he's going to do a bad job of doing commentary in the back 9.
Again.
Like this video too, if you would. That'd be great. We'll see you guys in the back.